Hello there, Longturnlarrys. It is I, the vicious Scumbag, and across from me,
your honorable Sensei.
And together we are
Longturnlarry Podcast.
And we're here to talk about a human knight, Peregrine Falcon, YOLO Bolo, beat 'em up Esper deck. We got Arna Kennerüd, Skycaptain.
It's like Captain Falcon, but
literally.
Falcon punch, and that's what that's what we want to do today.
That's right.
We want to Falcon punch your friends.
You want to ask them to show me your moves. And then they're going to be very angry that they're dead and they can't show you their moves.
Yeah, because you hit them with the crispiest, crispiest knee.
That's right. This is Voltron. Me and Honorable came to an agreement. This is probably the most fun way to play this human night bird.
I don't think it's probably like the most optimal way. Like,
yeah, probably not.
We're doing like artifacts and enchantments because like that's what it wants you to do.
It screams, feed the bird.
This was requested by one of our Larrys. He's also a subscriber. We could see if you're subscribed. So if you want your deck to be featured, like, comment and subscribe, and you can be like Mega Man 2001.
You can be a Super Sand legend.
Mega Man. It's Mega Man with 2 E's.
That's right. Because Mega Man is going to beat you down. We hope that you enjoy our interpretation, iteration, however you want to call it, of the Sky Captain. So, who is the bird of the hour? It is a 2 colorless white, blue, black for a 4/4 human knight that has flying, lifelink, and ward. Discard a card. Whenever a modified creature you control attacks, double the number of each kind of counter on it. Then for each non-token permanent attached to it, create a token that's a copy of that permanent attached to that creature. We're a 4/4 like a Wendy's menu. This thing is a tight little package. It covers a lot of good things. Lifelink, flying, ward already on it. So very good target for these upcoming modifiers.
We're going to get into these creatures. We want a little bit of creatures.
Nothing serious.
Nothing serious. This is Voltron. So
yep.
Any of these mugs can be the killer. Like any of them.
Exactly. Nobody here is weak per se. That's the beauty of a Voltron deck.
And like we're not specifically just Voltroning with our commander. Sometimes it's advantageous to soup up a creature before our commander comes out.
Yep.
Because that creature can swing the turn that our commander has put out.
Yeah, exactly. It doesn't always have to be Arna. That's the destination here.
So Esper Sentinel is our first creature. Everybody knows when an opponent casts their first non-creature spell, each turn draw a card unless they pay X, where X is Esper Sentinel's power. We're going to make it so they can't pay.
Could easily make this a you can't pay, and now you're going to just draw cards. This is just good card draw, and it's repeatable.
Killian, Ink Duelist. Just such good tech here. White, black, human warlock, 2/2. Lifelink and menace. Spells you cast that target a creature costs 2 less to cast.
It's just an easy way of saying enchantments are cheap. And on that same, we have Lightpaw's Emperor's Voice. Colorless and a white for a legendary Fox Advisor, 2/2. When an aura enters the battlefield under your control, if you cast it, you may search your library for an aura card with mana value less than or equal to the aura with a different name than each aura you control and put that card onto the battlefield attached to Lightpaw's, then shuffle. This is a great example of we love auras, and here's a different target for Arna to pump into oblivion.
Pure Steel Paladin, we know what he does. He makes equipment once you have Metalcraft, equip for 0, and whenever a equipment enters the battlefield, you draw a card, and that's ETB. He's a little bit different from Shram, Senior Artificer.
I love Shram.
One color is in a white for a 2/2 dwarf advisor. Whenever you cast a aura, equipment, or vehicle, draw a card.
These two are arguably, if you have an equipment deck and you did know about those two, shame. You're going to, of course, these are just giving you card draw, and then the equip for 0, just so beautiful. On that same exact target here, remember, we can put things on other things. Reason why we said that. Arden, Intrepid Archaeologist. 2 colorless and a white for a 2/2 Core Scout. That's a name I haven't heard in a while, Core. At the beginning of combat of your turn, you may attach any number of auras and equipments you control to target permanent or player. There it is. You can easily put things on him or somebody else, and then you can play him and then put them on any other creature you have.
So, like, if we suit up our Esper Sentinel and we no longer need him to be buff, and we have enough to just one-shot somebody, whoop, we move those over. Guess what? Prepare to die. Brina the Demagogue. One color is white and a black for 1/3 bird lock.
So many warlocks.
Flying. Whenever a player attacks one of your opponents, if that opponent has more life than another one of your opponents, that attacking player draws a card. You put 2 +1/+1 counters on a creature you control. This is just that little bit of +1/+1 counter synergy. And like, you know, maybe sometimes if they're foolish enough and not attack us and they really need that card draw.
Hey, incentivize them smacking somebody else and we get buff. Yeah, I'm all about it. Brina is also a good target as well for the +1/+1s because we are just naturally have flying. Brina is great for that. Oh man, the boy.
Wow, incredible.
That's right. If you don't know,
he's the best creature. He does everything.
Everything. Oh, you have to take him. You have to take him.
Codsworth, Handy Helper. 2 colors and a white for a 2/3 robot. What in the world happened to Robot Jones? Commander, your creatures you control have Ward 2.
Hey.
So Orna has Ward 2, discard a card, making it harder for you to target.
Yep.
Tap, add 2 white. Spend this mana only to cast auras or equipment spells. Ooh. Tap, attach target aura or equipment you control to target creature you control. Activate only as a sorcery.
He's so handy and so helpful. And he's legendary. He could actually be a commander. Mono white equipment aura is not a bad thing.
Scary.
Oh, it is very scary. Codsworth is so good. You are the best helper. And then the lackluster, the thing that Codsworth replaced. We have Danitha, Capucin Paragon. 2 colorless and a white for a legendary human knight that is a 2/2 with first strike, vigilance, and lifelink. Auras and equipment spells you cast cost 1 less to cast. Now, this is just a mainstay. If you're playing either auras or equipments, this is just gonna go in. And again, another very healthy target for any of the things we're going to be modifying with.
Same thing. Starnheim Courser, 2 colorless and a white, is a 2/2 Pegasus. Artifacts and enchantment spells you cast cost 1 less to cast. It's almost exactly the same thing.
Yeah. Did Hercules' Pegasus have a name?
Pegasus?
Well, thank you, Pegasus. Couldn't remember if it had a specific name.
Pearl Ear, Imperial Advisor. 1 colorless, white for a Fox Advisor. 3/4 lifelink. Enchantment spells you control have affinity for auras. Ooh. Whenever you cast an aura spell that targets a modified permanent you control, draw a card.
Oh, thank you. Ooh, piece of candy.
Ooh, piece of candy. Tasty. Eidolon of Countless Battles. One colorless white for a spirit. Enchantment creature. Its base is 0/0.
Oh no.
Oh god, it's gonna die.
It's gonna
Bestow. For 2 colorless white. If you cast this card for its bestow cost, it is an aura spell with enchant creature. It becomes a creature again if not attached to a creature. I actually didn't know that about bestowed creatures. If you kill the thing and it was enchanted, it's like, wait, I'm here.
Just when you thought I was gone.
And then
I didn't know that either.
Eidolon of Countless Battles and enchanted creatures each get +1/+1 for each creature you control and +1/+1 for each aura. I was completely misreading this. I thought only it got the +1/+1. I didn't know it and each enchanted creature gets this. So you can just play this as a creature a lot of times. It's just like, I'm still buffing.
Mm-hmm. It's very good.
I think it's gross.
And I'm very happy it's not legendary because we get to then dupe this thing over and over. Oh man, the mommy wards, big mommy Umbra Mystic,
big mommy milk.
You know, it looks like she's smoking a cigarette, but in reality, she's holding a bird.
Really? I thought she was smoking the pipe.
No, it's a bird, and that's just like in the background. It's just perfect the way it's looking. Yeah, she looked like she's like, hey baby, I'll give you a totem. 2 colors and a white for your human wizard mommy Umbra Mystic. 2/2 that says auras attached to permanents you control have totem armor. If you do not know what totem armor is, if an enchanted permanent you control would be destroyed, instead remove all damage from it and destroy an aura attached to it. Totem armor is gross. Very, very, very strong. So what this is really meaning is once we have Umbra out, you want to have any enchantment, just put 1 on her, and then everything is board wipe proof if it's a destroy board wipe.
Quick question, just a random thought.
Mm-hmm.
Let's say we have I don't know if this works.
Okay.
Because it specifically says destroy. If you have an enchantment aura that is indestructible,
100% works. Exactly what you're getting at works. Because it does say instead remove all damage from the creature and then destroy the aura. It does not say it has to be destroyed. So if the aura is indestructible, yes, you in theory make a pseudo indestructible that gets around like damage appliers like infect and wither, because it would say no, it doesn't do the damage. Yeah, busted.
Armored Sky Hunter, 3 colorless and a white for a cat knight. It's a 3/3 that flies. Whenever Armored Sky Hunter attacks, look at the top 6 cards of your library. You may put an aura or equipment card from among them onto the battlefield. If an equipment is put onto the battlefield this way, you may attach it to a creature you control. Put the rest of those cards on the bottom of your library in any order.
Yeah, it's not even mean to you. It just says put them back. You don't even have to like dump them.
Come on, man. Just put them in the bottom. You didn't choose those.
You didn't choose that. It's okay. I'm a cat knight. I'm nice. Oh, Havlar or Halvar, God of Battle. 2 colorless white for a legendary god. Creatures you control that are enchanted or equipped have double strike. He is a 4/4 and states at the beginning of each combat, you may attach target aura or equipment attached to a creature you control to target creature you control. AKA, we're going to make dupes, and then it says at the beginning of each combat, we get to move them around if we feel like it. Make it hard for you to figure out who you swinging on.
And then on the backside, if you're a cheap bastard, you can't afford 4 mana. Sword of the Realms.
Right.
1 colorless and a white for legendary artifact equipment. I know. It's legendary, legend rule. Equipped creature has +2/+0 and has vigilance. Whenever equipped creature dies, return it to its owner's hand. And you can equip it for 1 colorless and a white. Hey, if you kill my ish, I'ma put it back in my hand. Skip that commanded text.
Ooh, I ain't paying extra for nobody.
And then our final creature, Undo,
man.
Spirit Dancer. 4 colorless and a white for a core cleric. It's a 3/3. Whenever enchanted creature enters the battlefield under your control, you may create a token that's a copy of it. Do this only once each turn. Wow.
Busted. This is so good. I'm mad that I did not know about Undo before like doing deeper research. I was slacking on my Voltron enchantments.
Yeah. So crazy.
Yeah, these creatures, as you guys can see, they kind of cover a very broad basis. We have things that are reducing mana costs. We have things that are giving us card draw, allowing us to equip and move our enchantments around. So again, our commander doesn't say they have to do it. You can do it with any creature, so don't be afraid to just enchant what's most efficient at that time.
Enough of talk about these creatures. Let's get into these bangers.
Ooh.
Artifacts and enchantments. These ones that we have right now that I'm looking at are modified to maximize that damage.
It's going to hurt.
So the first one we're looking at is Bloodforged Battle Axe, which is like made to be broken in this deck specifically.
Yes. Arna didn't know that their favorite weapon was an axe.
1 colorless for an artifact equipment. Equipped creature gets +2/+0. Whenever equipped creature deals combat damage to a player, create a token that's a copy of Bloodforged Axe. Equipped for 2. You will have so many axes.
You're going to lose track.
You're going to lose track. Because you're gonna swing, you're gonna make a copy of it, you're gonna deal combat damage, and then you're gonna have 2 axes that are just sitting on the side.
Yep.
And then it's just going to get more and more ridiculous. You will be like Draven.
Yes, this is how you turn the bird into Draven. Welcome
To the League of
Magic. Bloodforged, agreed. Bloodforged was already powerful. Please keep this one in the back pocket when you're making Voltron decks. These are Bloodforged Battle Axes is a goat.
It's cheap.
It's cheap.
And it's just like does everything you want it to do.
Mm-hmm. It's just good, but this commander makes it way stronger. Oh man. Up next we have Ethereal Armor. For just a white, you get an enchant creature, gets +1/+1 for each enchantment you control and has first strike. This on Arna specifically gives Arna that final little oof. Incredible. Now, it is only a white, so I can't ask for much more. This thing is so good.
It's so good. And then it gets out of control very, very quickly. Yes. Once you start swinging with Arna, you have 2, then you have
they exponentially
3,
get stronger.
And then you get 4 of them. And then like, ooh, daddy, I have 4 first strikes, which means nothing, but I got them.
I am first.
I'm first.
I don't care what you say, I'm
You're
first.
too slow. Hold on. This next one.
Damn, son, where'd you find this?
Oh, man. If this was for just a white.
This is every rapper's favorite aura. All that glitters. I got diamonds on my neck and they dancing.
He said,
1 colorless and a white for an aura. Enchant creature gets +1/+1 for each artifact and or enchantment you control.
we were just talking about an exponential growth problem. Yeah, all that glitters is way worse.
Like, no one's going to survive you duping this twice.
Yeah.
If you have other things,
yeah,
they're just gonna die.
And this is the public long-term service announcement. The reason why Arna is a really good pick to dump this on is because of commander damage. So you have to imagine Arna is a 4/4, so you only need to hit them. You would normally have to hit them 6 times, right, to kill with Arna. All that glitters turns that to 3 swings. That's
by itself.
Literally with nothing else.
Arna's usually killing people in like 2 hits. And then after you get from like 1 to 2, 2 is like after 2, dead.
Yes.
Dead.
You just look at the next person and go, are we friends?
We're not friends. You're going to die. But do you want to be second or do you want to be third?
Yeah, I'm not king making, I'm podium making. Ooh, cranial plating. This is all that glitters artifact cousin. It is a 2 colorless equipment that says equip creature gets +1/+0 for each artifact you control. For 2 black, you can attach it to a creature. It's not equip, by the way, so you can do combat shenanigans with this. You say,
I've killed so many people with cranial plating when they didn't think it was coming.
Like, oh no, equips your sorcery speed.
Yeah, I'm not gonna block that.
In response,
I got 4 black mana. I'm gonna equip both of these cranial platings. You're dead.
Yep, and you died to the Umbra Mystic that you didn't block. Cranial plating, super good. The black movement is incredible. Don't look at it as a downside by it having a color identity. It fits perfect with any of these. Oh man,
Wow, incredible.
Baba Booey.
That's what the opponent's gonna. This is some
Baba Booey.
This is some bull shit.
Baba Booey.
idolize. 1 colorless and a white for enchantment aura. Enchant creature has whenever this creature attacks alone, it gets +X until end of turn, where X is the number of non-land permanents you control.
I swear, like the quality control people were like, they didn't finish reading it. They're like, oh yeah, it's good. This is the best.
Like
aura.
It's like all that glitters and idolize are just like staring at each other. Who's gonna be better?
Yeah, idolized. Oh man, this card can fit in so many other decks too, because it doesn't care. It's like yeah. What, you got like 10 things? That's cool.
You trying to get some fuck?
You want?
You want some fuck? Thran Power Suit does exactly what all that glitters does, but it gives you ward, and it's an equipment. Great. Battle Mastery. Ooh, we need that double strike. We for some reason, red is like, you ain't got red, you ain't got no double strike.
Yeah, you have to hunt for double strike.
You gotta hunt. So Battle Mastery and Fire Streaker are the only other ways that we can. Well, there's like something else that gives you double strike, but these are the good ones.
Yeah, and trust when we say there's not many other options, not in Esper colors, to say the absolute least. I think Battle Mastery is the better of the two because you no longer have to equip, so it's just 3 and it gives you double strike. Fire Shrieker's 5 in total.
The ones that give you keywords specifically don't do much when they're copied. Unless you can like move
the equipment versions, the equipments that are duped.
The equipments. I mean, some of the creatures can move auras. So like
spreading this out is never a problem.
It's never a bad thing.
Yeah, it's not, because Arna does specifically say whenever a modified creature. So no matter who they are, if they're modified, this is going to proc.
Nettle Cyst is another all that glitters or Thoran power suit, but it's a living weapon.
Little germ.
So when we decide to duplicate this, you sort of get to decide how you want the triggers to stack.
Yes, you do.
When it comes into play, you can sort of decide whether you want it equipped with the germ or just equipped on the creature. So you have the ability to sort of go wide, and then you swing with one, it makes another, and then next turn you swing with both of those, and now you have 4 of them.
Nettlesys living, pretty much that was the other topic that me and Honorable had. This commander, and if you guys want, and what do you say? We have to have enough,
I need 30. No, I need 40 likes on this mug.
All right, if we get 40 likes on this, I will do we'll do a small video of just token upgrades for this.
You could make this like a token.
You could make this a living weapon token doubler nonsense that Arna pilots. If you guys get us up there, we'll get you for it. But I hope you guys are seeing the redundancy in some of these. Like, it doesn't really matter which one you hit. They're all going to go out of control once you've created, 2 to 3 of them, which is not difficult.
Glasswing Grace is a land. Let's just say this. First of all, like, why are you playing this crappy? It's an aura and it's a land.
Yes. And not only that, it gives 2/2. It doesn't just give keyword.
Flying and lifelink. Lifelink is redundant on the commander.
So is flying.
Yeah, actually. So you probably want to put this in something else.
This is how I look at it. If you need the land, play it as a land. If you have another target that's not Arna, that doesn't have flying lifelink, there you go. Now you have 2 of them.
Mantle of the Ancients. 3 colorless, white for enchant creature you control. When Mantle of the Ancients enters the battlefield, return any number of target auras or equipment cards that could be attached to the enchanted creature from your graveyard to the battlefield attached to this creature. Enchanted creature gets +1/+1 for each aura and equipment attached to it. We have so much redundancy for this effect.
Yes.
That's phonium.
And this one you save if you can, because it's going to recur all of those things you lost.
Yeah,
from
you want to hold this one for a rainy day.
Yes. And that's why it's okay. It's 5 mana, because it's going to be doing a lot more for us in totality.
Can we talk about this next one, the most broken one?
Oh, man. Yes. Excalibur Sword of Eden. 12 colorless. Honorable, why do we put a 12 colorless equipment in this deck? This spell costs X less to cast, where X is the total mana value of historic permanents you control. Historic is legendary, artifact, and saga.
Yes.
Yeah. So keep this in mind. Anything that's legendary, an artifact, or a saga, we have no sagas. So any equipments, artifacts, and legendaries are reducing.
So if your commander's out, this is 5 less immediately. If you have like 2 mana rocks out, which are 2 mana, this is now 9 less.
Yeah, exactly. So what will we be getting for, say, 12 mana? Equip creature gets +10/+0 and has vigilance. Equip legendary creature for 2 colorless. Now, again, I can also hear it. Before we start harping,
Stupid.
we only need 1 of them, because it's giving us 10 damage and vigilance, which is the other keyword that Voltron decks adore. You need to have that commander open so that it can also block for you. 10 damage makes Arna a 14/4. Just to put that in perspective, that is a 2-hit kill or a 1 swing if you have double strike.
I'm pretty sure if you have all the glitters on and Excalibur
it's a 1
and
shot.
you attack, that person's gone.
Yeah. And you could feasibly do that pretty early.
So, we did need to add some card draw. And if we're going to do some card draw, we might as well do it through modifying.
We're going to do it right.
We're going to do it right. Combat Research is 1 blue for enchantment aura. Enchant creature. Enchant creature has, whenever this creature deals combat damage to a player, draw a card. As long as the enchant creature is legendary, it gets +1/+1 and ward 1.
What makes this so busted honorable?
Because if we duplicate it, we can keep drawing cards and keep adding ward.
Which then triggers individually. Yep. So ward stacks, if you guys don't know. So this makes it to where we can eventually make it to where you just can't pay to target the commander. There's no way of getting around it. Combat research, super good. What did combat research? Oh man, we're talking about power creep over here. Power creep.
Curiosity was perfectly fine. You didn't have to add the ward to legendary creatures.
So we have exactly what combat research is based off of. Curiosity. For a blue, enchanted creature, whenever it deals damage to an opponent, you may draw a card. Is combat May? Hold on. No. Combat is you have to draw. Curiosity is a May. Otherwise, there's no difference. This is just for a blue, swing, and you're going to be able to draw a card.
Well, it doesn't matter in this deck, but Curiosity doesn't care about you dealing combat damage. It's just damage to a player, period.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Niv Mizzet.
Yep. Nekusar.
Draw your entire deck. Whee!
Yeah.
The next one is what people do when they talk about power creep. Nerd Rage! Nadu! Oko!
I'm going to throw this bookcase. He's at a local game store. That's what the art. He's at a local game store right now. What do you mean I need deodorant?
Wait, you countered my commander? 2 colors and a blue for an enchantment aura. Enchant creature. When Nerd Rage enters the battlefield, we draw 2 cards. Nice.
ETB, beautiful.
Enchant creature has, you have no maximum hand size, and when this creature attacks, if you have 10 or more cards in your hand, it gets +10/+10 until end of turn.
Not hard for us to hit when you have things like Curiosity and Nerd Rage already out. Nerd Rage being duped is going to get us there. Sage's Reverie. 3 colorless and a white. This has been one of my favorites for a while. Enchant creature has, when it enters the battlefield, draw a card for each aura you control that's attached to a creature. And then enchanted creature gets +1/+1 for each aura you control that's attached to a creature. So this is an all that glitters that then ETBs to draw you cards for, no, it's an ethereal armor that ETBs to give you cards equal to your auras. If you get like 2 of these, I think Honorable, I think you're right. I think the base is just 2. As long as you get 2 of one of these, Commander go burr, and then you'll draw the whole deck almost.
You're going to draw a lot of cards. I don't know about the whole deck, but you're going to...
A lot.
Too much. There's plenty of times where I've had like 2 of these out and just like, I have to discard all of these cards because I don't have Nerd Rage.
Yeah, Nerd Rage is very good for the ETB and the no max hand size.
Songbird's Blessing, 3 colorless and a white. Enchant creature. When enchant creature attacks, reveal cards from the top of your library until you reveal an aura card. You may put the card to the battlefield. If you don't put it to your hand, put the rest at the bottom of your library in a random order. This is a card draw. It might as well be.
Yeah, this is pseudo card draw, and it's gonna get every aura that we have. when you have 2 of these, it's like you have like 5 Zers. That's what this is.
Zer the Enchanter might have not been bad in here.
No, he's not. We'd have to check the mana cost to see if we're trending with enough 3 and belows. We do have a good amount.
I don't think we maybe should have put Zer in here.
Zer is not bad. Zer the Enchanter. We might have and edit this on post just for you,
not.
Mega Man.
I don't care. If you want the old dirt foot in there.
Yeah, old shoeless.
Old shoeless, you know what? Just snag him in there. We mentioned it.
That's right. You can put him in if you'd like. He wouldn't fit. He would fit perfectly fine. I think we should mention, we got card draw. We beaten him up. Now we got to protect it.
Gotta protect the block.
So we had mentioned this with Umbra Mystic. So here's a, little sneak peek. We have Hyena Umbra. For just a white, enchant creature gets +1/+1 in first strike and totem armor. All the Umbras are incredible because they just give you totem. This one's the easiest because we can get it out for just a white. And then as many times as we dupe it, you got to blow up the bird that many times. So good luck. Good luck destroying the bird.
Yeah, we really only care about the totem armor.
Yeah.
Really.
The +1/+1 in first strike is just a huge bonus.
Cool. Try me again.
I'm going to smack you first.
Try me again. Spirit Mantle. Ooh, I've been
killed so many.
menacing you with Spirit Mantle since this card got printed. Enchant creature. Enchant creature gets +1/+1 and has protection for creatures.
AKA, it's unblockable. You gonna die.
You gonna die.
Mm-hmm. Your wall can't save you now.
Your flying creatures can't stop my bird.
Please. Of course, we had to include the oh-so-swift Foot of Boots. 2 colorless for an equipment that says equipped creature has hexproof and haste. Haste is really nice here. We can get Swiftfoot out early. Hexproof just flat out is, of course, better than Ward. Come at me if you think otherwise. And I just think the hexproof is just going to make this just a little easier. Some people actually like the idea of discarding, so that Ward isn't perfect.
I'm just going to skip to Big Daddy Kane. Hammer of Nazan.
Oh, yeah.
If you play any type of equipment, it's $14. You have to get it.
Yes. Hammer
It
is
your
the one.
first tutor target. It does everything.
It does.
Legendary artifact, don't care.
Yeah, don't care that it's legendary.
When Hammer of Nazan or another equipment enters the battlefield under your control, you may attach that equipment to target creature you control. Equipped creature has +2/+0 and has indestructible equipped for 4.
This makes all the... Well, it costs too much, or that's way too expensive. No, it just comes in and... Or, hey, I just made a dupe of it. I got to spend money to equip it. No, you don't.
This is Thor's hammer. It comes...
Yeah. Yeah. And then people start dying because nothing can kill the bird.
Talking about another god, we have Caduceus...
Catechus?
Whatever. Staff of Hermes.
Hermes.
2 colors and a white for a legendary artifact equipment. Equipped creature has lifelink. It's a legendary. You got 2 people. Shut up. As long as you have 30 or more life, equipped creature has +5/+5. Indestructible and prevent all damage that will be dealt to this creature. Equipped for 2 white. Now, come on. Come on, Vlad.
Come on, Blade.
Come on. Come on, Vlad.
This can't be beat. This is just like Hammer of Nazan in the facet of, like, don't get me wrong, the lifelink we didn't need, but 5/5 indestructible, and we get around indestructible's only weakness, wither and infect. Yeah, no, it's okay. It's legendary. We only need 1. We don't need dupes of this. Again, this would make Arna a 9/9. That's still making this incredibly close to almost being a one-time swing.
And then, like, unless they all group up on you,
Yeah.
you're going to gain so much life.
Yeah, the commander naturally has lifelink here, too. So, like...
So, 9 life a turn. Y'all got to deal... Y'all have to get me below 30.
Yeah, to make this thing not work. Yeah, no. Timely Ward. This is going to be the final of we need to protect. For 2 colorless and a white, you get a enchantment aura that you may cast as though it had flash if it targets a commander. So this is meant to timely swoop in Get it? It's a bird joke. And save the burb. Enchant creature has indestructible. It's just that simple. Doesn't need to be fancy. This is just a... And now you did pay that discard cost. Good for you. The bird can't die.
It's like getting a star in Mario. We just... Nah.
I'm going to get that back.
How about no? Did you know you can remove stuff with auras and equipments?
Oh.
This is one of my favorite. It's funny. Assimilation Aegis. Or Aegis, how you feel like saying
Aegis,
it.
yeah.
I like saying Aegis.
Like Aegis. That's my son, Aegis.
Aegis.
He's not a smart boy.
One colorless white and a blue for a artifact equipment. When Assimilation Aegis enters the battlefield, exile up to one target creature until it leaves the battlefield. Whenever Assimilation Aegis becomes attached to a creature for as long as Assimilation Aegis remains attached to it, that creature becomes a copy of that creature exiled with the Aegis, equipped for 2.
This thing, when I saw Honorable add this, I was like, wait. I was like, this is like a, what was it? Like a Fiend Hunter.
It's like an O-ring.
Yeah, it's like an O-ring or a Fiend Hunter. And I was like, oh, that's really cool. Because then as we make dupes, we keep getting rid of more. The whole copy effect is hilarious. Especially if you're targeting something that's like got nasty stats on it already. Or like it's naturally.
I don't know how this works. When you have multiple of these,
I think
exiling multiple creatures, I have no idea.
I think it's whichever is the last is the only way it would work.
If you let us know in the comments. I don't care.
This thing is hilarious. Yeah, because we're still getting rid of their thing. I don't care what happens to our creature. This is just going to make it to where we get rid of a hyper good target. Goodbye. Your cornflakes, ageist.
I'm thinking that like whatever like keywords they have all those keywords. I don't know, man.
We'll have to look into it.
Chain of Custody.
The art on this card is top tier.
You gonna pay your child support today.
I'm gonna carry you on my back till you do.
I'm gonna bring you to your baby mama. You gonna pay 2 colors and a white for enchantment aura. Enchant creature you control whenever Chain of Custody enters the battlefield, exile target non-land permanent an opponent controls until this leaves. Enchant creature has ward 2. Man.
Yeah. As if we needed it. This one, Aegis has some weird interactions. Chains of Custody is just straight up busted.
Hey, do you want to never have your commander out?
Because I can make that happen.
I can make that happen. There's a lot of child support that needs to be paid.
Yeah. Chains of Custody is broken. You going to take them to their baby mama or the bank.
Actually, the chains are not broken. That's why they're attached.
They aren't broken. But you know what is unbroken? My faith. For 3 colorless and a white, it's pretty much the exact same thing as what we've listed. An enchant creature, you're enchanting something of your own. When this ETBs, we're going to exile a creature an opponent controls until this leaves. It does give us 2/2, which is nice. And I think the last one here is also very, very good.
Twisted Embrace, 2 colors, black. Enchant artifact or creature you control. Again, I have no idea how this works. If you enchant this to an artifact and you duplicate it, no idea. I don't know if it becomes like that. I don't know. I do not know. Whenever Twisted Embrace enters the battlefield, destroy target creature or planeswalker opponent controls. As long as the enchant permanent is a creature, it gets +1/+1. Most of the time, we're just putting this on a creature.
Yeah. Hey, we're getting 1/1. We're getting bigger. And then just popping something that they have. Most of the time, you're going to be popping flyers. Keep that in mind because that makes the commander pretty much unblockable. So go ahead and shoot down all their flyers.
Kill the commander.
That's right. Oh, yeah, always kill the commander.
Remember, you are Voltron. You have no need for remorse. You decide to build this and play this. Play this how it's supposed to be played.
Mean.
Do not be nice. You do not survive in the late game.
Yeah, you don't. You get to a point where you can't. Don't get me wrong. You're very powerful. But by the time you get to the late game, token decks are swarming, big land matters, ETBs, combos.
We're not dealing with kill the person who runs the most removal first.
Yes.
Get rid of them. Kill the combo player after that.
And then the only other one that matters is whoever has the least amount of life, because then it's a 1v1.
Oh, you gonna take me on and I have 80 life? I hope you got a lot of removal, punk.
That's right. I hope you have cards to discard.
Right. These last four, they're in the other category. They all do.
They're very powerful, though.
Barbed Spike, 1 colorless and a white for a equipment. Whenever it enters the battlefield, create a 1/1 colorless Thopter. There
it is.
This is like the best one.
Yeah.
Artifact creature token with flying, then attach Barbed Spike to it. Equip creature gets +1/+0. It equips for 2.
So the bird sees this thing. Then when it swings, you then make another one that then ETBs to make its own. That's what I was saying. Arna can do some weird things with the Barb Spikes, ETB, and living weapons. Super cool. Oh,
Dying Wish. Ooh, this is some tech. This is some tech here, man. Let me tell you.
Grabbing the chest.
Let me tell you.
His dying wish was that the person that killed your creature dies.
When enchant creature dies, target player loses X life and you gain X life where X is power.
Yeah. If you put this thing on after Arna's gotten kind of big, it's just, go ahead.
If you have some of the removal, like if you have Twisted Embrace, yeah, enters Detroit target creature. No, it's its opponent.
Oh, it's an opponent. Yeah. Still, we put Dying Wish on not as it makes the creature bigger. This is go ahead, kill it. Go ahead.
Try me, ho.
Yeah, you have fun taking,
Try me, ho.
14 damage over there. We got Gold Pan. This is just, again, ETB techs are really good. So for 2 colorless, you get an equipment that says when Gold Pan enters the battlefield, create a treasure token. Equipped creature gets +1/+1. This is just going to be giving us mana. This is pseudo ramp, and it's still making us bigger. And remember, some of those other ones we were talking about earlier, artifacts matters is key, and having more tokens is never going to be a problem.
You can play the Golden Pick.
Yep.
It does almost this exact same thing, except for it's on combat damage. The Golden Pan makes mana now, which I thought was more relevant, but the Golden Pick makes more mana over a longer period of time, but I don't think they're going to survive that long.
No, I don't think we need to worry about us saving for retirement. We are going fast.
And then we have Jace's Coat, 2 colors and a blue for artifact equipment. Whenever it enters the battlefield, cloak the top card of your library, then attach the cryptic coat to it. To cloak a card, put it onto the battlefield face down as a 2/2 creature with Ward 2. Nice. Turn it face up any time for its mana cost if it's a creature card. So do be wary. Sometimes you might hit some good, but guess what? Equipped creature gets +1/+0 and can't be blocked. And then for 1 colorless and a blue, return cryptic coat to its owner's hand. If you're making copies of this, do not return it to your hand. It will die.
Yeah.
Forever. So essentially, this makes creatures for us that are unblockable, and it keeps making more unblockable creatures for us.
And if they are creatures that we cloak, we then can turn them face up for 2 colorless. So, no, sorry, for its converted mana cost. But Cryptic, like I said, you could make pseudo tokens with minimal effort. Lastly, we of course have some classic, just straight up regular removal, if you will. This is just your Esper go-tos, Pact of Negation, an offer you can't refuse, Swan Song, Arcane Denial. I mean, these are all standard, very good counter magic. If you're unfamiliar with these, you have not been playing blue. Welcome to blue.
Use these to save yourself, please. Unless it directly affects you, don't care, you die.
And also, we only care about exiling most of the time because we can gain indestructible, we can recur things from the graveyard, but when things get exiled is when we start to get edgy. So do not...
And sacrifice.
Yes. So those
we don't have enough creatures.
Yeah, to handle like a Grave Pact synergy.
It can be really bad for us.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, hold the counter magic because most of the time board wipes are actually your best friend. You're not upset by board wipes.
Especially if you already have some totem armor there.
Yep.
Or indestructible. I don't care. Die.
And then Fell the Profane. It's destroy target creature or planeswalker. Again,
it's a land.
It's also a land.
We could be running the other one that's also a land if you want to. I think it's I can't remember.
Oh, you're talking about the one that just came out?
No, Profane's the new one because the other one comes into play tapped. This one you can pay 3 life and have it untapped. I can't remember it. Don't care. Divine Reckoning. This is the only board wipe we're playing. We're choosing a creature and we're standing by her.
And that's right.
So I'm proud to be an American.
And it's that beautiful, beautiful eagle. And then we didn't reference it. It's pretty much doing the exact same thing as everything else. If you get this in your opening hand, Sigarda's Aid. That's even what it sounds like when she's handing you the hammer. For a white, get an enchantment that says you may cast auras and equipments as though they had flash. Whenever an equipment enters the battlefield under your control, you may attach it to a creature you control. This is Hammer and Nazan for cheap. Well, not really. It's an expensive card still. But just overall, if you get this in an early hand, woo, you start going, you're way faster moving forward.
We have 4 tutors. We have Enlightened Tutor, Steel Shaper's Gift, Open the Armory in Stormforge Mystic. Stormforge is a creature. We could add it to a creature section. She's a tutor. Don't care. Cry about it.
She also would make Excalibur 2 mana, by the way.
Just slap that mug.
Yep.
Slap that mug on the battlefield. We have your basic Mana Rock package, Soul Ring, Arcane Cynic, all the diamonds that you can play, Charcoal, Marble, and Sky, all the talismans that you can play, Dominance, Hierarchy, and Progress. The lands that are of note, Diamond City enters the battlefield with a shield counter on it.
Oh, so good.
You can tap it, move a shield counter from Diamond City onto a creature, activate only if you had 2 or more creatures enter the battlefield this turn. Can be sort of difficult for us to do, but if you can pull it off, really good to keep on making the shield counter.
Shield counters are just totem armor. You just think of them as totem armor. If it gets destroyed, psych, take off the shield counter. The fact that we're getting it from a land is just chef's kiss.
Hall of Heliod Generosity. Put target enchantment from your graveyard on top of your library. Give me that back. Inventor's Fair. Once you have 3 or more artifacts, you gain 1 life, and then you can pay for, sacrifice Inventor's Fair, search your library for artifact, and put it into your hand. This is another tutor. Academy Ruins. Put target artifact from your graveyard on top of your library for 1 colorless and a blue. We have a couple of artifact lands because
we care about how many we have, so there's no downside to
there's
them.
no downside to it except for they blow it up. Urza Saga can go grab any of our 1 mana equipments, and it can grab Soul Ring.
It can the main 2 to keep in mind: Soul Ring and Bloodforged. Easily 2 go-tos to grab with that.
But yeah, you could just die.
Mm-hmm. You could just die.
You can just die. And that's what this deck wants to do. Please do not be afraid.
Yes, you cannot be reserved while playing a Voltron deck. That is not the way that you are designing this deck. You should not be playing around it that way. The token synergy one, that's a different discussion because that makes a little more sense. You might be more hanging back and building. This Voltron, swing. Swing, 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 swing.
I don't care if it don't make no sense.
Swing. And it's flying. A lot of people don't play flyers. I don't know why,
That
but they
green
don't.
player, he ain't got no reach. Hit him.
Yeah, you see that Hydra boy? Go beat him up with a bird.
Kill him.
Kill John Lennon.
That dude with all them tokens, he ain't got no flyers.
Yep.
Kill him.
Yep. And remember, this is going to be one of those things where like, but it's only like 8 damage. No, it's commander damage. You only need to hit 21. 21.
Hit him.
Hit him. Swing.
I don't. If you play Esper Sentinel on 1, on turn 1, and they ain't got no blockers on turn 2, hit him.
Swing.
I need y'all to stop pussyfooting around. If you got free creatures, I don't want to take aggro. I don't want to make people mad. Hit him.
We also are playing a lifelink commander. We're going to be padding our life. So think of your life as a resource. Keep that in mind, Larry's. If you're not doing that already, do it now.
Pull out your Glock and cap him in his knee.
This
I think that's it.
is the whole deck. I mean, that's the beauty of it. It's very simple. Play artifacts. You play your equipments early. Get your creatures out that care about things. Play the bird. Enchant the bird.
Guess what?
Swing the bird.
You will get got sometimes.
You will.
That's part of being a Voltron deck.
That's just the way it is.
Nothing you can do about it.
Yeah, things
Don't
will
cry
never be
about
the
it.
same.
This isn't supposed to be balanced. No, we put all of our money into punching our opponents.
That's right. And if you have not experienced the fun of you don't have to go hunt for the thing to enchant or equip, Voltron decks are a blast. They're a lot of fun to play. But remember, protect them and be smart as to who you swing at. But never stop swinging.
Punch him in his neck.
I am your vicious scumbag.
And I am your violent sensei.
Yeah, the honor is out the window. He got the gloves off.
Got a Glock in my Rari. 17 shots come to 38.
And we also want to say thank you for the recommendation. We hope that you liked your deck tech that we did for you.
Mega Man.
Please.
2001 Mega Man.
Yo, you the GOAT. Thank you for commenting and subscribing. We really do appreciate it, guys.
And again, this is the
Longturnlarry podcast.
Bitches?